Mukakatonda omusajja bwe yamala okulwana bakadde baffe n'ettaka yalinona.
Ne mutwala ettaka ly'abakadde baffe ababakuuma mu nsiko, ne mutwala obugagga bwaffe.
Batusasuddemu bino wammanga, batusasuddemu ekibbattaka.
Ate nga buno obubaka bw'obukulu nnyo njagala busindikira yaliko kyali wange bamuyita General SALIM SALEH abeera muno. Bangamba amataka gonna yagatwala. Jeno nze wali kyali wange mwana.
If you are happy and you know and you really want to show, if you are happy and you know, say Bobi why? Say Ungu Joseph Goza Gawekalu. Murahoneza Murachabumeka Ababanyarwanda barambagambe Museveni si yabaleta mu Uganda baleme kutitira bonna akaluka Bobi Wine yabaleta ekyokubiri nzize mukuba ne Nakaseke ndirabye abasirikale buli gomulaba mu polisi akutte emundu bagigula $3.5 magazini gyataddeko egula $5 ze miliyoni meka naye babawo omusaala gwa mitwalo ameka n'okuva ku makya tebannalya tebannakola ki n'abatawaana abaki Nakaseke district people power our power Nakaseke district bulijjo erina emmotoka ya poliisi emu temulina mbwe ewunyiriza babye mwanyi naye olwa Bobi Wine kati mumemmotoka za polisi nga 10 ameka mubagambe butakavuma omweto butakavuma muki mubitegedde ebyo babitegedde n'olwekyo bwe bayitako bagambe obudde bwonna gavumenti egye ya Kyagulanyi emmundu ziddeyo mu wana naye mugenda kuba ne wallet ensava ne wallet enki n'olwekyo mbere bagumu akalukani ate mbegayiridde temukkiriza bisajja bakonkona kiro mubibawase NRM mubigambe mutuveeko ffe tuli tuli munyo tuli mu kutonda abantu esaawa eno ekikonkona kigambe esente zizeewa sinagazaala baana bandali akaluka Kyagulanyi tegerekese n'olwekyo nga nva ku muzindaalo buli omu aliwo n'akaluka ambuleera kaki bw'obaana oyagala mazima wandika emikono waggulu wandika waggulu Kyagulanyi oye people power Alani Baranja oye Alamanja oye.
You saw Chari Wange Kyagulanyi also passed a message around here. Said Chari Wangoyo movie wataka. I said but Chari Wange from Bitwaina beach. He had a beach in Busabala, nga beach yange Erigaruga. He had his own beach in Busabala, and for me I was in Garuga. But for me, when the spirit of Kapeka came, I sold the one in Garuga and moved to Kapeka. So Chariche Yabadangamba such teged, I didn't. Because in terms of land grabbing, he may even be a bigger land grabber than me. So that one we are going to fight it. But I want, the most important thing I wanted as a take home for the banks, please help me and we think through this chapter loan. It may become a liberation tool for the Wananchi who are under bondage of Bibanja holders. And you can transform those Bibanja holders from no production to actually full production. If you visit where I'm staying now, the 301 beneficiaries of the chapter have built permanent houses. I think I had a video when they were playing it here. So it is very easy to conceive a 10-year period. You pay off the landowner so that he can do other things, and then the Mwananchi gets the title. And I think development will take very quick shape. naye bambi kyali namugambye genda osome omusajja the person you are fighting, yeah, you don't know what it means, because namugezaako nze gwe mulaba in 2020 those guys of NPA cooked me. You know, when they cook you and they make you feel so important that you are now in a position to discuss with the president. So they cooked me. Now, without me really scrutinizing what I was reading, I sent the brief to the president of the, you know, this standard PowerPoint presentation, challenges, successes, those ones there. That is the summary, but there is a whole compendium of all the documents related to that. So they made that presentation of NDP3 because he had refused to sign it, because NDP3 has never related with him. They talk other things, he talk other things, but so they gave me that presentation which I sent to him in January. He took time. That's how the acronym of Musevenomics came out. He took time, and in March 2020, he really gave me a rebuke. You know, a rebuke. And at that time, I had just turned 60. I was 60 years old. So he told me, somebody who is near there, I don't know who can read, my eyes can't reach there. Can you read, you people who are seated? Yeah. He says, clarity, imagine me, I'm asking Mzee, whether he's clear about the goals, objectives, programs of NDP3. So he, disciplined as he always is, he took time to answer me on the clarity of the goals, objectives of NDP3. Says, I have received your note, dated that, about that, full stop. However, I know what Uganda needs, full stop. You know, when you are 60 years old and somebody tells you that, you either hate him or you read what he's saying. So he said, I have talked about it for a long time. For instance, I can refer you to a document which he had shared with SEC, and I have never been a member of SEC. So he shared that document, but I think the SEC members never read it. And the rest is history. The moment I started reading that document, that's when I realized that all of us who are opposing the boss have no equal capacity to discuss with him unless you study him. So, how was the economy at the dawn of colonialism? What was the economy at the sunset? What was the effect of that post-independent government? What was the economy 86? That's what. Now, when I saw these questions, some of them were far ahead. I couldn't interpret them myself. And when you don't know how to interpret things, you call in for reinforcement. So that's when I called on the Professor Nwagawa, and he did justice to educate me. But what surprised me with Professor Nwagawa, the first 2 pages of that paper was his CV. For me, I have never seen a CV as long as that. The man has written and written. I don't know where he gets the words from. So that's where he went through. But it also inspired him actually to write this book. But unfortunately, in the acknowledgements, I don't see my name there of his book. Did you acknowledge me? You did. Very good. So the man went through it, he's cut through it. But the problem between me and him, he overscored him in some areas and then underscored him in some areas. Like on privatization and liberalization, he scored him 50%. Then Return of Asian properties, he underscored him at 30%, 40. Then what else? Privatization. Yeah, that was an overmark. 90, you can never get 90 in security. No, but that is an overmark. You should subtract from there and then you add on the... And that's what I asked the Presidential Council when they came to see me in Gulu. You go and read through this document of Professor Nwagaba and score your president. Because he loves the private sector more than he loves government. So you go and score him. Then they went through all that. Then I shared the same document with the Dr. Mukiza, the one of you boss. Because if you put Professor Nwagaba and Professor Mukiza in one room, they will never agree on anything. Because one was from Cambridge, I think. Another one is from where? So he also made his own interpretation of the study. Then we shared that whole thing with the parliamentarians.